Hello, Year 8. How are you? How is everyone? Welcome to today's spelling lesson. All right, so today we're going to be dealing with spelling, obviously, but specifically the spelling of consonants. Remember, we used to have a rule when we were younger with the spelling of consonants. We had words, for example, let's say hop, the verb hop. If I want to add an ed or if I want to add an ing, what would happen there? I would double the consonant. So hop, let me try to write it down. I hope that it's clear. All right, let's do this. Okay, so I have hop. Okay, when you want to add an ing, it becomes hopping. Or if you want to add an ed, it becomes hopped. Okay, so I have my short vowel. It's still short after I doubled the consonant because when I double the consonant, it stops my vowel from being longer. So if I didn't double my consonant here, how do you think my word would be pronounced? So hop would have been hoping if I didn't double the consonant. So you see what happened there? My double consonant act like a wall to stop my vowel from becoming longer. So hop is still hopping. It didn't change into hoping. You see the difference between hop and hoping. Hopping and hoping. Okay? So that's a general rule when you want to add an ing or an ed and you have a short vowel. We have it with words such as sit, sitting. It would have been citing otherwise. I apologize for the bad handwriting, but I'm still not used to writing on the screen. Okay. What else do we have? We have flip. Okay. Flipping. Right? If I hadn't done that, it would have been flipping. Right? So it would have changed from flip to fly. Okay, so this is the general idea. However, not all words follow that rule. Let's look at these words. Okay, I'm gonna say them and I want you to say them after me to check the pronunciation. We have accommodate, accuse, ambassador, apparel, appointment, attached, attendees, bulletins, colloquial, currency, efficacy, ellipse, erroneous, essence, gallantry, gimmick, occult, offense, syllabus, symmetry, tattoo, territory, tomorrow, utterance, and warranty. Now, some of these words you already know, but let's look at, for example, the word tomorrow. Okay? I have a double consonant here, don't I? I have the double R. However, I still do pronounce it as tomorrow. Tomorrow. It's still a long vowel. So in this case, my double R did not shorten my vowel, right? Okay. Okay, now we know some of these words. Some of these words are new. Let's read them together and go through the meanings. Accommodate. Accommodate. To accommodate something is to be able to fit it, to fit the space. That's why it's used sometimes in this sense of when I ask you where your accommodation is or what it is, you say if it's a hotel, if it's a hostel, etc., etc. It's where you're staying. So I can use it in another sense, and I can say, unfortunately, the new flat we checked or the new flat we went and saw could not accommodate all of my family. We're 8, and let's say the flat can accommodate only 2 people, so it can't fit all of us. Okay? To accuse someone of something, is to sort of blame them that they did something, to put the blame on them. They accuse the man of stealing. Okay? Ambassador. An ambassador is an official that represents a country in another country. So, for example, you would have a Sudanese ambassador in Malaysia. If anything happens to any Sudanese person or they want representation, they go to the embassy, right? The Sudanese ambassador in France, he represents Sudan in France. Okay? Apparel. Your apparel are your clothes. All of the guests, all of the ball guests were dressed in elegant apparel. Appointment, like a doctor's appointment, a time, a specific time where you have to go and do something or be somewhere. Attached, to be attached is to be connected. The two, you can be physically attached to something or you can be emotionally attached to something. If you're emotionally attached to something, you can get over it or you think about it all the time, something like that. Okay, in that sense, what I mean, that's what I mean. All right. What else? Attendees, yes. Okay, attendees. Attendees are the people who attend something. If I attend a party, then I am an attendee of the party. Okay. Bulletins. Bulletin is like an official report or a statement that tells you about something. Hence, we have a bulletin board where we pin bulletins to it. Like you can say, a bulletin was released and informed the civilians that the elections will be next month. Okay? Colloquial language is your day-to-day language. Day-to-day language, the informal language that we use with each other. You can say, since a job interview is a serious situation, one should not use colloquial language. Okay, currency, money. Every country has its currency. Sudan has Sudanese pounds. Where else? In Malaysia, like I mentioned before, they have the ringgit. In America, they have the dollar. That's the currency. Okay, the efficacy. Efficacy of something is how successful it is. Let's say the COVID-19, the efficacy of the new COVID-19 medications were still under test. The success of them, nobody knew if they were going to succeed or not yet. Okay, ellipse. Ellipse is a shape that looks a bit like an oval, like a stretched shot oval, I guess. And it looks like, okay, here. It looks like this basically. Let me show you. Looks like this. Okay, this is an ellipse. Okay, not an eclipse. There's a difference between an eclipse, like a lunar eclipse and a solar eclipse, and a what? Where am I? Okay, I'm sorry. Let me see what's going on there. Okay, I fixed it. So that was the shape of an eclipse. Then you have erroneous. Erroneous coming from the word error. It means it's faulty, something's wrong with it. Like a result of an examination, like a result of a lab. It can be erroneous, right? Something was wrong with it, and of an experiment. The experiment's results were erroneous, so they had to be repeated again. Then you have essence. The essence of something is its base, it's its foundation. The word essentially comes from the word essence. When you say essentially, basically, right? What can I say? Essence. The essence of what my friend was saying is that she respects everyone from different backgrounds. The essence of what the president was saying is that he will provide equal pay for both men and women. Okay? Essence, the base of it. All right? Gallantry, bravery. The warrior's gallantry was undeniable by everyone. Okay? Gimmick. A gimmick is like a trick or a device, something that is used to sort of like persuade people, for example, in advertising. And to draw attention, like the free samples that came with the cereal was a sales gimmick, sort of like a trick to make you buy it. They did what they wanted. They tricked you into buying it. I hope it's clear like that. Okay. Occult powers, supernatural powers, mystical powers. For example, let's say some groups of people believe that stones have occult powers. They have supernatural powers. They can heal you. They have energy. They have this. They have that. All right. Offense. offense, to offend someone, or an offense. It can be a criminal offense. For example, the criminal was charged a fine of $250 for his offense, or it can be used in a very similar sense to offend someone, to irritate or to hurt or to say something that's not nice. For example, I meant no offense when I told her that I didn't like her singing voice. That you didn't mean offense, but it is, in a sense, an offense, right? So we can say that it's an insult or something that would hurt one's feeling, or a wrongdoing in general. All right, syllabus, the curriculum, what you study during the year. Your syllabus is what you study during the year. Then you have symmetry, the line of symmetry. The line of symmetry is basically the line that divides a shape into two identical sides. So something is symmetrical. It means if you split it into half, both sides are identical. A butterfly is a perfect example of symmetry, because if you look at a butterfly, both sides of it look exactly the same. Both patterns look exactly the same, right? Territory, area. Territory is basically an area. Specific territories are not safe to be visited by tourists in that country. Tomorrow, just tomorrow. An utterance is the voicing of anything. It's something that you say. If I say, the teacher, no utterance, the teacher shouted in class, or the teacher said in class, it means she didn't want any voice. Okay, to utter something is to say something. All right, and then we have a warranty, which is like a guarantee. You know, when you buy a new fridge or you buy a new freezer and then you have a 10-year warranty, it means that if anything wrong happens to it, if it gets broken down or anything happens and you have a warranty, you can go back to the store where you got it from and they'll fix it for you. That is a warranty. Okay, so that is all for spelling sheet 1. What is required of you is to fill in the gaps, all right? However, I do want to point out a couple of things. Where is it? In number 19, the government is issuing regular blank to keep. Here it's written is. It's not is. It should be us. And the word accuse, change it into accused. Accused. Add a D to it, because when you use it here, you're going to need a D. So the sentence would make sense. So fill in the gaps, all right? And then you have the grammar review. You should solve it as well. The grammar review is basically nothing new, things that you've taken in, the past years. So it's a revision, a review. EI or IE, suffixes, metaphors, conjunctions, punctuation, apostrophes, past, present, future. Nothing difficult. Okay. I would also like you to solve it handwritten in your spelling copybook. If you don't have one, please get one. Okay. But you should only write the answer. For example, here it's fill in the gaps of the word from the box. Number 1, just write the answer. The free plastic toy that comes with those cereals is just a marketing blank. Write the answer. So write 1 in the answer, 2 in the answer. When you come here to the grammar review, it's add EI or IE. Don't write EI or IE. Write the word pierce, the full word. Don't just write one IE. Write the whole word, prefixes and suffixes. Write the answer. Complete each sentence as a metaphor. Write it as a metaphor immediately. The moon is a. So here you're gonna add EI or IE, write the words. And add the suffixes or not, just write the answer. Like neighbor, it's neighborhood. We all know it. Okay, so you're gonna write neighborhood. Okay, 1, neighborhood. 2, defense, write the answer immediately. Complete each sentence as a metaphor. You're gonna have to write the whole sentence so that it makes sense all together. Add a different conjunction. You can write the answer immediately. Okay, just write the conjunction. Copy this sentence adding missing punctuation. You're going to have to write the whole sentence, of course. Here, write the answer. Here also, just write present, past, future. Make sure you number to make things easier. Okay? Write two comparing phrases. Reliable, the answer, and the answer. Write reliable because it's the base word. Match each word. Just write the answer. Week. What do you think week is going to be? Week is probably going to be weekend, right? So you're going to write one, weekend. Here, alphabetical order, and circle the unstressed vowel in each word. Okay, so I want you to write it. So it's until page 5. Write it in your spelling copybook. Okay, thank you very much. See you next lesson, year 8.